With these blades, I will take down Zeus and Olympus will fall. Let's take it for a spin. You spin me right round, baby, right round, like a Spartan on fire. Buy all your video game figures at BigBadToyStore.com or I will have my revenge. What up, big kids? Here's your big review of the God of War 2 Kratos with Flaming Blades of Athena and Kratos and Ares armor figures by NECA. Here we got the figures in the packaging with the God of War 2 logo with a cool backdrop that looks like how it looks in the game. Has a nice picture of Kratos angry and with the Flaming Blades of Athena, the player select one. Warning you might choke on his revenge! But yeah, Kratos and Ares armor has a nice picture of him too. Shows him in his Ares armor. Back of packaging shows the figure with its accessories for both figures. It has a little bio about Kratos and showing off the other figures in the line. Time for Kratos to unleash his revenge! Double the pleasure, double the revenge! Let's take a look at Kratos with his Blades of Athena first. This one has the angriest of the head sculpts out of the three, including the Golden Fleece armor I reviewed a long time ago. NECA did an amazing job on the detail of the head sculpt. The paint apps, like with the ashy skin, is just amazing. And he has his scar and his red paint right there and his beard. Just absolutely amazing. NECA, I really miss them doing these figures, and I wish they got to do more before DC Direct took over. Yeah, and yeah, you can see his gauntlets with the bloody chains look amazing. And look at, like, just looks all battle worn, and yeah, just those chains, the detail, just astonishing. Like his tunic right there. And his, the belt or whatever. This looks awesome. And the bloody chains on his legs and the blood stains right there. This looks awesome. I can't get over these paint apps and the toes. Sharpness lives them toes. Yeah, look really awesome. He has peg holes at the bottom. Articulation. Kratos' head can fully rotate on the nice ball joint. It goes up and down. Arms fully rotate and they go in and out. Rotate the bicep, bend at the elbow, rotate at the wrist, as well as go in and out. He does have full waist articulation, as you can see here. His legs, unfortunately, at the hips only go forward and back. They don't go in and out. They're supposed to rotate at this cut here, but you gotta be very careful. It's very tight, and I wouldn't recommend turning it if you don't have to. Bends at the knee right here. And his ankles do pivot forward and back as well as rotate, but be very careful of them because they can get loose over time, even out of package, so that's only a bad thing. Not only does Kratos come with both his Blades of Athena, which have amazing detail on here, and I love the paint apps on the actual blade itself and the handle, and just so freaking cool. But he comes with the blade as it's like lashed out when he's like attacking. What's cool is you can see it's made of this orange translucent plastic, but it has like the metal blade right there. Well, it's not made of metal, but it looks like it, the actual blade, but it has that fiery effect, which is cool. You would actually take the blade here, you actually can attach it, just kind of squeeze the blade in here very carefully because this is very brittle and you don't want to break it, which many people that have owned this figure. But yeah, you can see it goes in here, and now you can see there's actually two little tabs on both sides. Kratos has two holes on each of his gauntlets that you could just squeeze in here. Once they're inserted, how awesome he looks. This is probably one of the coolest things about the figure. The only unfortunate thing, it makes it really hard for him to pose because it takes a lot of room, and these things have a tendency to come off if you don't be careful or makes them way down. So he does come also with a stand, not a standard black stand when you put the peg hole in here. It does help a little, but like I said, it still can make him very top heavy. Kratos in his Ares armor, as he's seen in the beginning of God of War 2, since he has become the new God of War before he's betrayed by Zeus and everything. So he has the close-mounted look. Still amazing detail on the scar. The outfit is also amazing. Like the armor is so freaking cool. Like I love this kind of the shoulder pads right here with that kind of, I don't know what it is, like centaur or Like, it's just so cool. Kind of reminds me of Skeletor's staff from He-Man. You can see here the armor is just so freaking sweet. It's awesome. I'll get to the blade of Olympus here in a bit, but he still has his chain gauntlets. You can see right there. Just, this armor is so cool. I would, if I could cosplay as this version, I would, since I definitely don't have the build for his shirtless look. But yeah, you can see the tunic right here. It's so freaking cool. Still has the chains. I still like how he still has the chains, even though, you know, he's not bound by Ares anymore, or the chains or whatever. He just likes to wear chains. He's, you know, a heavy metal dude. Anyway, but yeah, he still likes to show off his toes, even though they're a lot dirtier. Dirty toes for Sharmus Prime. But yeah, I love the armor. It looks freaking amazing. Articulation, Kratos' head also fully rotates. So let's go up and down. Because of the armor though, it does, his is a lot hindered more than the other Kratos. The arms do go in and out, and he will move up and down. It's kind of hard. It's very tight joints, and it's really hard to get a hold of the actual joint because of the big old shoulder pads. It does rotate at the bicep and bend at the elbow and rotate at the wrist. This thing is a beyond to put in, so I'll get into that in a second, but it does rotate at the waist though. The legs are supposed to rotate, but it's hard. Like I said, they can't move forward and back, and they're supposed to rotate. This one does rotate at the upper part of the leg easier than the other one, and bends at the knee, and the ankles do pivot forward and back as well as rotate, but it's a little loosey-goosey, which I'll get into that too. Kratos comes with his Blades of Athena, which are repainted in a more black with a blue overtone. Very nice, and they make it easier to put in on here. You can see here at the end here, you would just squeeze into the hand and close it. Now fortunately, mine out of the package, the other one, the thing like broke off and I don't know where it went, so it can't attach, so that kind of sucks. Blade of Olympus, the big old sword you get in the game. It is amazing. You can see like the Zeus like head and the people right there. This thing is beyond awesome and huge. You know, Kratos carries around a big sword. You know, the ladies know that. For the ladies. Oh man, but yeah. This thing is really big. It's a little, because his hands are a little hard to get in there, so I don't like to take it out. Just keep it in there, but yeah, this thing is really cool. It's more of a durable plastic, but I still be careful. And he also comes with a black stand with one peg there. Unfortunately, his left foot doesn't like to go in all the way, and he's really hard to like stand because of that, and he tends, especially with the Blade of Olympus, to want to fall over more so. I need no protection, for I am the God of War!
Kratos, what are you doing in my armor? I thought I told you to stay out of my closet.
Ares, I thought I killed you!
The only thing you're killing, Kratos, is that outfit which belongs to me! I am the God of War!
I see, Ares. I think you don't get the point! You should stay in the closet! Wait a second. Guys, comparison time. So here you can see that the NECA Kratos figures are in the 7 scale. They're even taller than, a little bit taller than the Gears of War 3 Marcus Phoenix. You can see how much taller they are than a normal 6-inch figure like the DC New 52 Superman. You can see they are a little bit smaller, of course, than the PlayArts Kai God of War 3 Kratos. Now, I love what NECA did with the God of War 2 license. They gave us some amazing Kratos figures and his various outfits throughout the game. I wish they did do other characters like Zeus or Ares or, you know, Athena or whoever. Because especially besides the PlayArts Kai one, like the DC Direct ones aren't, even though we got new characters, they weren't up to par in the paint apps and detail as these ones. The only bad thing about these figures is that the articulation, especially in the legs, isn't as good as I'd like it to be, like with the hips, you know, and the ankles can be a little bit weak, and the accessories can break a little bit, so you have to be very careful. So I had the 12-inch version of Talking Kratos, and that one with hardly doing anything. The arm broke off and the wrist broke off, and I just had many problems. So NECA has improved a lot over the years with their quality of figures for sure. But yeah, so that's one thing. If you were to buy these figures, even mint box. Just have to be careful. You know, you don't want to break the chains on the Athena, the blades of Athena Kratos, and you don't want to like break. Yeah, you don't want, the blades are the most easy to break. With that said, unfortunately, these figures, you can only find them on eBay or maybe Amazon, maybe, you know, from other sellers. You'll find them anywhere from 25 to maybe 40, 50 bucks. To me, I think around, you know, 25, 30 is a good price to pay for, you know, harder to find figures, but I wouldn't pay more than that. If you're might as well gonna pay more, you might as well get the Play Arts Kai one or the 12-inch talking one. But I really love these figures. I'm a huge God of War fan. Like I said, besides the Play Arts Kai figures, these are my favorite Kratos figures, is the NECA ones. They did an awesome job, and even with, you know, some issues about breakage, I highly recommend. For more geek news, reviews, and more, check out bkbn.net. I'm Sean Long. Remember, celebrate your them in a big way.
Go to bkbn.net. Go to bkbn.net. Go to bkbn.net. I tell you to go. Go down.
Zeus, your son has returned, and with me I bring the destruction of Olympus! Nice, now let's chainsaw some grubs. What did I tell you? This is a God of War game, not Gears of War. You're not even on the same system. At least our multiplayer is not a joke, so you wanna bring it? I don't need my blades to destroy you. There's the greatest weakness of the Xbox that will do that for you. What are you talking about? The Red Ring of Death!